Budgeting doesn't work for you. I mean, you've tried setting a budget, but you finally reached the point where you've realized that you're one of those people who just doesn't need a budget. Am I right? You've downloaded the apps, you've watched some YouTube videos, you've probably even spent more than one Sunday afternoon setting up a spreadsheet that color coded all your expenses. And then what? Your next paycheck rolled around and everything was already out of whack. Budgeting just doesn't work for you. That's it. Plain and simple. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. There's other people out there with the exact same problem. In fact, I was the exact same way. Budgeting didn't work for me either. But today, I want to show you something completely different. Has nothing to do with micromanaging every dollar, but it's not about feeling guilty and tracking your spending. And it's definitely not about being perfect. This is different. It's a multiple bank account budgeting strategy, and it's one of the only systems I've ever used that actually worked, not just for a week or two, but long term. The strategy has helped me in more ways than I can count. This strategy has helped me stop impulse spending, start paying off my debt without a bunch of stress, and finally feel like I'm actually in control of where my money is going. Before we get started, I just want to welcome you to my YouTube channel if you're new here, and even if you've been around for a while. I'm Rose Colburn, a holistic wealth coach and speaker. I help men and women bridge the gap between the life they dream and talk about and the one they're actually living by turning their someday goals into real life financial freedom that they can experience today, not someday in the future. And at the heart of everything I do is my passion for helping each one of you create a life that finally matches everything you've always said you've wanted for yourself. Because the truth is, financial freedom isn't just a number, it's a lifestyle. And if you want to build a lifestyle of financial freedom, I'd love to invite you to click that subscribe button because I show up here every week to support you on your journey to building wealth and creating the kind of life that you've always wanted. I didn't come up with this system from some financial textbook or a viral TikTok video. I stumbled into it the same way most people stumble into anything, pure survival. There was a season of my life when my money felt like it was constantly disappearing. To be perfectly honest, let's just call it what it really was. I was spending too much of it. I'd make a plan, I'd tell myself this month will be different, and then poof, unexpected bill, grocery runs, school fundraisers, Amazon cart, gone. I wasn't being reckless, wasn't being lazy. I was just constantly reacting to what was in my bank. And I wasn't exactly paying attention to what was really happening inside my bank account. I'd open the banking app, see a lump sum sitting there, and think, oh, that should cover everything. We're good. But somehow, before my next paycheck arrived, most of it was gone. I couldn't tell you where it was going. And that's when I realized something that changed everything for me. My bank account had a problem. It was a liar. It never told me the truth, the full story. And just like a little child who needs a bit of discipline to correct a problem, I had to exert a bit of discipline over my bank account. There was enough income showing up every month, but I didn't have any house rules for my money to follow. And without rules, there's going to be chaos. Kind of like when the kids go to grandma and grandpa's house for the weekend and come back so hyped up on sugar from having Pop Tarts for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it takes almost a full week to get them settled back into a normal daily routine. When you have a bank account with that kind of hyped up energy that's just back from a weekend at grandma's house kind of chaos, you're in for a whole new level of trouble. And to be perfectly honest, that's what my bank account was feeling like most of the time, chaos. What I realized was that I need a little bit of clarity to really start seeing the full picture, to really take control over what was happening with my money. Because clarity and control, they don't have to come from just going out and getting an extra job or making more money. In reality, clarity and control can just as easily come from simply giving every dollar you earn a specific job to do and making sure each dollar stays in its own lane and does its specific job. So I opened an extra bank account. That's it, just one. I didn't really have any specific cool name that I labeled it. Instead, I just grabbed a calculator and I added up all my essentials and my expenses: the rent, the gas bill, the light bill, the trash bill, the phone bill, car insurance, grocery money, stuff that had to be paid so that we had a place to live, lights, heat, food, and a way for the kids to get back and forth to school and work. Once I had that number in mind, I added about 25 bucks to it just in case a bill was a little bit higher, in case maybe I added things wrong, just in case my next paycheck wasn't as big and I needed to set aside the extra money now rather than trying to figure out where to find it later. With the current paycheck in the bank, there wasn't enough to cover all those expenses. So I prioritized them by due dates. Whatever was due before my next paycheck, the money to pay that was put into the new account. Then I took a look at what was left and I made a decision about that money. There was enough left that I could have put a little bit extra aside into the new account for a couple of extra bills that would be due after my next paycheck. So I transferred that money as well. And that left me with what I called my spending money. Money I could put towards things like Netflix, snacks, Little Caesars pizza nights when they still had $5 pizzas. Let me tell you, that first month, something changed. I didn't get an anxiety attack every time I swiped my card at the store. I knew that the money in the account was for spending and not for bills. I didn't feel like I had to check my bank account before I left the house to go shopping. And then again while I was sitting in the car after I got to the store, just in case something changed and came out of the account during the 10-minute drive. And then once again, just before I checked out, just to really make sure the money was there. I didn't have to do that anymore. And for the first time in a long time, strangely enough, my bills were paid on time without trying to figure out where the money was coming from. So after that system really started to work consistently, I had the brilliant idea to see if I could set up another bank account and do it again. Spending, savings, goals. My brain was on a roll with a ton of ideas, but it didn't happen all at once. It took a little bit of time. Eventually, it went from one messy bank account and constant money induced anxiety attacks to a clear visual system that showed me exactly what I had and what it was for. No more guessing, no more guilt, no more robbing Peter to pay Paul moments. And no, I didn't get rich overnight, but I did quit feeling broke, like I was broke all the time. And that was even better. So let me show you what that looked like for me. This strategy of budgeting uses 5 basic accounts that I use to keep everything organized without needing a spreadsheet or an app that's open to my bank account 24/7. Now, if you're new to setting up multiple bank accounts, this can feel overwhelming. But here's the thing, you don't have to set up all 5 bank accounts at one time. I didn't. In fact, when I first started this system, I just had the 2 accounts, the one that I'd always been using and the new one that I set up for my bills. But what made the biggest difference wasn't how many accounts I set up, is that each account had one clear purpose. No confusion, no cross contamination. So here's what I did. The first account is the main checking account, and this is for only paying bills. It's the non negotiable expenses: rent, utilities, insurance, loan payments, anything you have to pay every single month. You're not swiping your debit card to make purchases from this account. This is the grown up, keep the bills paid account, okay? Every time money comes in, the first thing you do is move enough into this account to cover those absolutely non negotiable expenses. And if you want a little extra peace of mind, then start adding a little bit extra in as a buffer. When you have this account set up, and you use it correctly, as in it's only for bills and nothing else, you never have to worry about accidentally spending the rent money on chicken and rice at your favorite Mexican restaurant. Ask me how I know that one. So, this account is all about peace of mind because when your bills are paid on time, you can finally take a breath. You're not always on edge or stressed out. Everything else after this just gets a whole lot easier, let me tell you. The second account is your spending money that you use for daily life stuff. This is an account that you probably already have right now. It's the one you use to swipe your credit card from when you're buying stuff at Walmart that's not groceries or essentials expenses. We're talking about Target runs, the iced coffee you technically don't need, but it feels like it's a spiritual requirement. You can think of this like your weekly or your biweekly allowance. It's the amount you give yourself to live your life without always feeling guilty about spending your own money. And the magic here is that when this account runs low, you don't have to panic because the money for your bills is all tucked in and safe in its own separate little account, just like a cozy little baby bird safe from all the predators who would love to have it for a tasty kind of snack. This account is all about freedom and peace with boundaries that you intentionally set. Now, the next account is to protect you from the unexpected stuff that tends to jump out at us when we least expect it, and that's your emergency savings. We're not talking about last minute birthday gifts, car maintenance, or back to school shopping here. This account is reserved for major life altering disruptions, the kind that can shake your foundation of your financial life if you're not prepared. We're talking about job loss, medical emergency, major home repairs, unexpected travel for a family crisis. This is an account that sits quietly in the background, and we hope we never have to touch it. But when you need it, it's there. It's a financial safety net, not because you expect disaster, but because you deserve the kind of peace that this account creates. The next account is one of my favorites, and that's your Freedom Fund. A Freedom Fund is a flexible buffer. It's a soft landing for all of the not quite emergency kind of stuff. Things like, surprise, tomorrow there's a field trip. Or, oops, I forgot this bill comes out on the 15th kind of moment. The flat tire on the way to work. It's the 2-day gap between when you need groceries and your paycheck is supposed to be arriving. This isn't the same as long term savings or your emergency fund. This is the account that gives you a little bit of breathing room with your finances. Because the truth is, even if you have a solid plan, life just happens. And when you have a buffer, those little oopsies don't throw you off track. And the last account is your goals account or your short term savings. This is your sinking funds account. This is account where you think about things like birthdays, holidays, annual subscriptions, back to school shopping, car maintenance. It's for the money you know you're going to need later. So instead of getting caught off guard, you start setting it aside now. This is account that keeps you from having to blow up your budget every December on Christmas shopping. It smooths out the financial roller coaster and puts you in the driver's seat. So you're in control of your finances rather than always feeling like you're reacting to every last minute thing that pops up because you forgot about it. So remember, don't get lost and stressed out by all of these accounts. Start with two. Even just separating your bills from your everyday spending can create a sense of clarity and calm that shifts everything. Then, when things get a bit easier, you can start building from there. The point isn't to get everything perfect the moment you start, it's just to get started with some kind of a plan. And here's the thing, some of you might be thinking, why would this work? What's the point of doing something like this? Well, there's a very good reason why this works. And it's not just because you're not able to access all your money in one easy to grab from spot. There's actually a bit of psychology behind this and why it works, even if you've failed with other systems. Here's the reality, most people don't fail with money because they're bad at math. They fail because the system they're using to manage their money goes against how their brain and nervous system is wired. They're using willpower when what they actually need is a better structure. Let me explain that. When you only have one bank account and all your money is sitting in the same place, every decision becomes a mental negotiation. Can I afford this? Did that bill already come out or is it coming out in a couple of days? I think I have enough. But what if something comes out tomorrow? It's back and forth thinking. It's called decision fatigue. And the more fatigued you get, the worse your decisions become. So what do? You avoid your bank account. You put off paying your bills because you don't know if you have enough. You swipe your debit card and I hope it all works out. It doesn't mean you're bad with money or that budgeting doesn't work for you. This is your brain trying to figure out how to keep it all together when there's no structure in place. When what the multiple bank account strategy does is it removes the overload of constant decision making because every account tells you what it's for and how much is left. The bills account means that rent is covered so you don't have to worry. The spending account has a boundary so you don't have to guess if you can go out and have chicken and rice at your favorite Mexican restaurant this week. The Freedom Fund has your back so you don't have to panic. The emergency fund gives you confidence so you don't have to constantly stress about something unexpected that might pop up. And the goals fund creates the space that you need to stop worrying about the future because you've already started planning for it. All of this makes it so much easier to say yes right now to the things that matter to you. This system removes the constant stress and gives you a clear visual structure. And that creates something most budgeting advice completely skips over: safety and peace of mind. When you feel emotionally safe around your money, everything changes. You stop checking your bank account 12 times in a day. You stop doing that thing where you add up all the charges in your head before you get to the check register. You start feeling safe to spend your money with confidence. This strategy tells your body, we're okay. We've got a plan. You can breathe. And that's why people stick with this, even when they failed with every other budgeting system. It's not because it's more complicated, it's because it creates less stress and more peace. And that's why it works. So if you're tired of starting over every month, this is the strategy you want to start with. But don't stop here. Watch this video next to put all the pieces into place.